Darlene is going to talk to you about Fayard. So I'll let her have it. Thank you.
Eternally grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darlene Gist. If you will allow me, I would like to explain what I mean by that. I've always had a fascination with tap dancing as a young girl, and around 1974 I was taught my first time step, break, prance, what have you. So I had a little bit under my belt. So then later on, I moved to Los Angeles. And my beginning tap was taught by a gentleman named Dancing Duke in Pittsburgh. So I had that under my belt, and I went to California, not to pursue tap dancing, but while I was there, I figured, I might as well learn a little more, and I wanted to find someone comparable to the gentleman I had previously learned from. So someone pointed me in the direction of Mr. Eugene Jackson in Compton, California, who had a stage workshop. So I started attending there on Saturdays. So one particular Saturday, Mr. Jackson, who did films and big parts in movies, he was also an art gamer and a silent Howard Roach comedy. So he was busy, he was sought after, he was a musician, he was a comedian. So this time he had to go away on location. So he closed the studio for 3 weeks. He was going to close the studio, and I was a little upset. I'm like, what am I going to do on Saturdays? And he says, well, if you're adamant about this, I got a friend, and I'll call and see what he's doing. He's probably not doing nothing. He lives right down the road. And maybe he'll come in and work with you on those Saturdays. And I'm still crying the blues. Oh, but I want to dance with you, and blah, blah, blah. Who's your friend? And needless to say, his friend was Fayard Nicholas. And Mr. Jackson, he said, I'm going to call my friend. I talked to Fayard, and he said he would do it. I said, Fayard, of the Nicholas brothers? And he says, yes, Fayard, you know the Nicholas brothers. And he's talking nonchalantly about it. I'm in a severe state of shock. So anyway, Saturday came. I don't know how I got through that week, but when that Saturday came, I get to the studio first, and Mr. J is there, and I'm nervous as can be, and really all I have is a time step and a break, and this stuff I made up out of all the little steps I had learned. And so anyway, in walks this happy man, joyful man, and he's, hey, Gene, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's your name? Darlene. I said, Darlene, how you doing? Show me what you got. And I did my time step and my break and other stuff. And he says, he just looks at me and he says, try this. And he goes, yeah. So I did my and I said, that's not bad. That's better than what I was doing. And then he took it a step further. He did some other stuff and he turned. I'm like, wow, I can do all that. But I did. And then he did another step backwards. Anyway, he worked me that day. He really worked me. And if that wasn't enough, then came, as Maurice said, the hands. Yeah. And I love this. I didn't want to stop doing it. It made me feel like you could fly. One thing I like to say, as a teacher, he was never harsh. If you made a mistake 18 times, Fayard made comedy out of it. He would go up to the step, the part of the floor where you did the step, look at it, and hit it. He said, get that out of there. Now do the step. So he made it so much fun that you enjoyed going to the classes. So anyway, to make a long short of it, that was my first introduction to Fayard Nicholas. And after that, Mr. Jackson was on the piano, and he's a song and dance man. And he's singing, Yes Sir, That's My Baby. And he's driving with DJ Louis Armstrong, Kingfish, and this Fayard joins in, and he's singing, and then they're singing to me. Darlene likes to work, Daddy likes to work. And I'm just loving it. I'm looking at all this greatness before me and so grateful that I was in the position that I was in that day. So that Saturday began a succession of Saturdays with Fayard for the next 7 months, side by side with the master. Not only teaching me a dance routine, but Fayard taught you how to breathe life. And for that, I'll be forever grateful. Thank you for listening.